province in the Philippines, there stood an abandoned convent on top of a hill, locals whispered. About a forbidden room inside, its door sealed with chains and marked with strange symbols. No one dared to enter, for they said it was once the site of a failed exorcism. The story begins in the 1970s, when a 16-year-old girl named Isabel was brought to the convent by her parents. She had begun to speak in voices that were not her own, cursing and screaming at night. Her body twisted in ways no human should endure. Her parents sought the help of the church, and so came Father Damien, a priest rumored to be skilled in exorcisms. Witnesses said that when Isabel was dragged into that room, she was already bound with ropes, her eyes completely black, her lips moving as if whispering secrets to an unseen figure. Father Damien carried only his Bible, a crucifix, and a small vial of holy water. The ritual began at midnight. The convent walls seemed to shake as Isabel screamed and laughed, her voice changing from a child's cry to the deep growl of a man. Father Damien's prayers grew louder, but the girl spat out words in Latin, words she should not have known. Suddenly, the candles went out, leaving the room in darkness except for the faint glow of the crucifix. The witnesses outside swore they heard the priest shouting, followed by Isabel's bone-chilling laughter. After that, the door was locked from the inside, and no one saw Father Damien or Isabel alive again. Days later, when the convent was searched, the room was empty, except for the crucifix lying broken on the floor, and blood smeared on the walls forming the words, "He never left." From then on, the room was sealed. But locals say at night, if you walk near the convent, you can hear the muffled prayers of a man and the mocking laughter of a girl. Decades passed and the convent was abandoned completely. But in the early 2000s, a group of theology students dared each other to enter the building. They had heard the stories but didn't believe them. Inside, the convent was covered in dust and cobwebs. The air was thick and heavy, and the silence felt alive. As they explored, one of them noticed the chained door at the end of the hall, the forbidden room. The chains were rusted, the markings on the door faded but still visible. Against the warnings of his classmates, one of the students, Miguel, pried the chains loose. The door creaked open, revealing the dark room. The student stepped inside. The crucifix was still there, broken on the floor. The smell of iron and decay filled the air, though the room had been sealed for years. Suddenly, one of the girls gasped. There were fresh footprints on the dusty floor. Bare human footprints, leading to the corner. They turned their flashlights toward the shadows, and for just a moment, they swore they saw a figure kneeling, whispering prayers